cash drugs others to flood victims. Plateau State Governor sacks commissioners. On the foreign scene, 19 bodies recovered after Washington plane collision. Details of these after this break. Mifi Chukumoyela with the news. Now, as Rivers people await the decision of the Supreme Court on the political crisis in the state, some political analysts believe that only political solutions can end the crisis. A Lagos-based political analyst, Liberal Soshoma, told correspondent Yobiorwane that political solution is inevitable.
The problem in Rivers State can be blamed on the judicial system. There's a lot of judicial indiscretion. One court will give one ruling, another court will give counter ruling on the same basic criteria that we know. Let the court interpret exactly according to the tenets of the provisions of either the federal constitution or of any extant law or even of party guidelines and INEC guidelines. There's no need deceiving people by extending illegality arising from misinterpretation, wrong judicial pronouncement.
On the spot, a professor of political sociology in the University of Port Harcourt, Steve Wallo, said the judiciary has failed to focus on the tenet of democracy.
The problem in Rivers State can be blamed on the judicial system. There's a lot of judicial indiscretion. One court will give one ruling, another court will give counter ruling on the same basic criteria that we know. Let the court interpret exactly according to the tenets of the provisions of either the federal constitution or of any extant law or even of party guidelines and INEC guidelines. There's no need deceiving people by extending illegality arising from misinterpretation, wrong judicial pronouncement.
Professor Wallo said the political crisis in the state has created more divisions that are preventing development.
The problem in Rivers State can be blamed on the judicial system. There's a lot of judicial indiscretion. One court will give
They said the witch cried at night and the child died in the morning. The Bible tells us that you can see the hands of Esau, but the voice of Jacob. Everyone who living knows that that's a role that the current minister of the FCT is playing in the PDP crisis. But what is going on in the PDP suggests that the PDP is on the path of, as we stand, the PDP NWC is getting together, youth getting together, everybody in the PDP, governors getting together, is Operation Salvage the PDP, and the PDP certainly will take its position of its membership.
In another development, a former member of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Yusuf, has blamed Atiku Abubakar for the party's loss in the 2023 presidential election. Mr. Yusuf, while commenting on the violence that disrupted the party's Board of Trustees meeting in Abuja yesterday, said the opposition party might repeat its 2023 mistakes if care is not taken. He maintained that the lingering crisis in the party is caused by the struggle for structure and power by some party members who are positioning themselves for the 2027 general elections. In the meantime, governors elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party have called for an emergency meeting on Friday in Asaba, Delta State, to address the challenges confronting the party. The meeting is convened by the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed. The governor will address the urgent need for a NEC meeting, ongoing preparations for the zonal congresses, and the national secretary crisis. Yesterday, the party's BOT meeting in Abuja was marred by rowdy scenes after supporters of Senator Samuel Anyanwu attacked the party's former youth leader, Sunday Ude Okoye. The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has been engaged in a war of words. In other news, In Rivers State, where the police command says 2 suspected child traffickers who collaborated with members of a local vigilante group OSPAC to traffic children have been arrested and 2 children rescued. Spokesperson of the command, Grace Iringekoko, in a statement said the suspects are Ugochukwu Onyebuchi and Ogechi Umezi. SP Iringekoko said the suspects conspired to defraud Juliet Blossom and Esther Michael under the pretense of facilitating baby adoptions. She said the suspects confessed during interrogation and are still in police custody. She said efforts are ongoing to identify and apprehend other syndicate members, including the implicated OSPAC members. Rivers State Flood Prevention and Management Committee has commenced the distribution of agro-based products like special cassava stem, fertilizers, and farm implements to farmers affected during the last flooding in parts of Orashi region. Wheelbarrows and shovels, as well as other medical consumables, were also distributed yesterday to the affected flood victims in the 4 local government areas that make up the Orashi region. The Deputy Governor and head of the Flood Prevention and Management Committee, Ngozi Odo, said the distribution of these items, which is the post-flood era, is a third out of the 3-pronged approach to tackling the flood menace.
Phase 3 has components within them. One component is agro-based. We also now have something on medical. They have been packed in 4 groups for the 4 LGAs that we are supporting today. Basically, these are the things that people need when there is a flood issue and people get back.
The Deputy Governor, who also revealed that the sum of 24 million naira has been provided to support 200 households across the 4 local government areas whose houses were impacted by flood. The Deputy Governor also revealed that the sum of 24 million naira has been provided to support 200 households across the 4 local government areas whose houses were impacted by flood.
That will give some little support to people, like people that had mud houses or houses that were impacted during the flood. For the 4 LGAs, we've made a provision of 24 million naira that the LGS generated the list for us. So we're going to make transfers to each and every one from the local governments that have been so nominated. So your money won't go through any other person.
She said the post-flood intervention is aimed at giving a new lease of life to victims. In his remarks, the chairman of Ahoda East Local Government Area, Chibudom Ezu, while speaking on behalf of his colleagues, expressed appreciation to the state government for fulfilling its promises and standing by the people. Some of the beneficiaries expressed gratitude to the Governor Fubara-led government for giving them a lifeline. The 4 local government areas that make up the Orashi region are Oba Ebe Mandoni, Aba Odua, Ahoda West, and Ahoda East local government areas. Still to come, Plateau State Governor sacks commissioners. Stay with us. An ultra-modern NYSC members lodge completed and furnished by the administration of the current chairman of Ahoda West Local Government Area, Iyeko Igboro, has been commissioned to mark his first 100 days in office. Speaking during the commissioning ceremony, the chairman of Ahoda West Local Government Area reassured the host Iduebeye community of continued government support and security for youth corps members. He also promised to make their safety his top priority.
By the grace of God, under my watch, nobody will be molested here. Post Coppers to Community Secondary School, Iduebeye. They have a free house and they have my eyes to watch over them. I can come here any day, even in the midnight, so that we can enhance the education of the people of this area, most especially the Ugbo. This school here has produced so many prominent men in Ekpe and in Nigeria. Without education, no community can see this light we are seeing. I want to beg the people of Iduebeye, the Ezes, people should take this project as your own project. Protect this project.
The council chairman assured the Ugbo people that the recognition of the stool of Eze Ugbo is progressing positively. In his remarks, the NYSC State Coordinator Moses Olege, who commissioned the facility, commended the chairman, noting that by the next batch, Iduebeye community will receive priority corps members based on their disciplines and expertise.
I want to assure you that as we are coming out from camp, our corps members will be living here. All I need is that the principal of the school at least gets us a letter telling us the disciplines that you require. And then I will personally attend to it and ensure that you have corps members in this place. Now what the chairman has done for you today, it shows that he loves education. What you have done is that you have done 50% of the problems of corps members. And so, Mr. Chairman, I want to assure you that this building will be properly put to use.
The commissioning ceremony was attended by the head of local government administration, Apollos Ohianime, Divisional Police Officer DPO, CSP Lawrence Ojo, and the Eze Wobi, His Royal Majesty Eze Anderson Ewuluka, among others. Now, the chairman of Kana Local Government Area of Rivers State, Martin Zwibo, says his administration will provide rural electrification in all communities of Kana. Mr. Zwibo gave the assurance during the commissioning of 5 fully installed 500 kVA transformers in Bori. Now, the council boss also said his administration will work closely with Governor Siminalayi Fubara to guarantee the dividends of democracy at the grassroots. He appealed to the people to protect government infrastructure in various communities.
Today will go down well in history. When I was doing my campaign, I told Bori people that I will give you light before I leave this seat. After 3 years, the whole Kana will have light. This transformer, not just this one, all the transformers we're installing for your own good. So, protect it with everything you have. It is not enough to put transformer. Tomorrow, yes, they're installing the damage cable. They are taking that one away. It does not help you. The only way to make things work and continue to work for us is for you to protect what you have.
On the spot, the leader, Supreme Council for SIM, Oji Ngofa, who commissioned the 500 kVA transformers, described the Kana Council chairman as a visionary leader. Mr. Ngofa also said the Igbo administration has shown commitment to developing Ogoni by illuminating Bori.
A leadership, a local government chairman that is demonstrating commitment to developing Ogoni. We are happy because you're not just developing Bori, you're developing Ogoni. Because this is our credo, this is our center, this is our source of inspiration. This is what we can refer to as our own. Collectively, we all own here. And so whatever you have done is for all of us. So we want to thank you. As you have done this, my fervent wish is that you will sustain the level of vision and development of our area.
Away from that, the Plateau State Governor Caleb Motshwang has sacked 5 commissioners from his cabinet. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Samuel Jatao. The governor also announced 5 new commissioner nominees as replacement. And now the Nigerian Labour Congress says all its affiliates have been mobilized for the 4th February protest against the telecom tariff hike. The union, in a statement, said it took the decision to embark on protest during its National Administrative Council meeting. It said the protest will send a strong message to the government against policies that could further deepen the economic hardship faced by millions. The Chief Executive Officer of MTN Nigeria, Kyle Toriola, says the implementation of the 50% tariff hike has not been approved by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. Mr. Toriola said a proposal has been sent to the regulator for the implementation of the tariff raise. In business, the recent 50% tariff increase approved by the Nigerian Communications Commission is expected to generate an additional 1.6 trillion naira in tax revenue while driving investment in telecommunications infrastructure. Head of the Sub-Saharan Africa Global System for Mobile Communications Association, GSMA, Angela Uamola, in a statement described the tariff adjustment, the first in 12 years, as a significant step towards bridging Nigeria's digital divide. In entertainment, singer Blackface has urged Two-Face and his wife Annie to be civil with their proceedings. The singer gave the advice following the couple's ongoing divorce controversy on social media. In sports, the 2027 Men's Rugby World Cup will take place across 7 cities in Australia, with Sydney's Accor Stadium hosting the final.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
19 bodies have now been recovered so far after an American airline flight collided in midair with a Black Hawk helicopter in Washington, D.C. A law enforcement source says rescuers are continuing to search the river in freezing temperatures in search of more bodies. The U.S. Figure Skating Association confirmed several members of the skating communities were on board the plane. The jet, which was coming from Wichita, Kansas, was carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members. 3 soldiers were in the helicopter. U.S. President Donald Trump says he has been briefed on the terrible accident and questioned why the helicopter didn't go up or down.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. PDP governors are set to meet to deliberate on party crisis. The police have arrested 2 suspected child traffickers in Rivers State. Rivers Flood Committee distributes cash, drugs, others to flood victims. Plateau State Governor has sacked 5 commissioners. On the foreign scene, 19 bodies have been recovered after Washington plane collision. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.